the next one on my nifty little list is an Antiquarian's Alpine gallery. It goes by the title of Bohemian Art Colony. And I thought that title was quite interesting. It made me think of a particular painting, and I'm not sure if you all are familiar with um, this painting, but Pierre-Auguste Renoir's Summer, or um, Lee's, or Lee's The Bohemian. Um, I don't know, that painting comes to mind right away. And maybe some of you have been to Paris and have meandered about there, and maybe you've found the Latin Quarter in Paris, and that certainly has been um, where you can say the milieu for those wonderful metropolitan artists and intellectuals who've meandered into that particular form of art. And it wasn't just art, this had more of a social and cultural movement going on. It's just really fantastic. Fantastic art. And so it's very anti-establishment, I think. That's what you kind of have to remember about. If that's the only thing you can remember about Bohemians or Bohemianism, then anti-establishment is, I think, something that should be noted when we talk about that particular culture. Mm. Mm. Yeah, of course. La Bohème, I think, also rings true. And these were, of course, I mean, the word La Bohème, or the term, is a term that is in French or in France being or was used for people from Bohemia. So this is part of the Czech Republic, of course, today. And very interesting part of the world. If you've never been, I would highly recommend you travel and see and visit. If you know people there, even better. So yeah, it's fantastic. Interesting title. So we are going to a Bohemian art colony, all of you. We are leaving the circle of life. And should also mention this particular designer's name is Beesweet2U. Beesweet2U. And there's a little description to this build as well, to this Bohemian art colony. Currently, 11 crafters make this their home. Their goal? Inspire imagination and express it creatively. We have painters, sculptors, potters, authors, metal artists, wood totem carvers, taxidermists, oh my dear, cloth and leather artists, chefs, cheese makers, and winemakers. Oh, how lovely. Sharp also makes this his home, brewing alchemical tinctures. As was once said, you can't use up creativity. The more you use, the more you have. There's room for one more person. How about you? What a lovely invitation. And what a lovely way to put this. and I shall take us there. Oh, how sweet! Be sweet to you, everybody. Look. Oh, look. Oh, how sweet. How lovely. Oh, wonderful color palette too. Warm colors. Gentle, soft little white dots here and there. Wonderful idea here, utilizing those vines. Oh, and what a warm, warm glow. These lovely sunflowers, all of you. Beautiful. Very nice. So really nice piece there above the door, of the door frame. Very nice. Huge piece. Mounted decor, of course. Wonderful statues here already. Oh, oh, hello. Oh, how very lovely. Can you see? Oh, this is amazing. Oh, hello, little toad. There's a little frog here. Hello. Oh, these trees. I love them so. I think that the home goods vendor in Skingrad might have a lot of customers. Yes, little frog friend. Isn't he sweet, Toad? You're so sweet. Oh, it's so nice. And can you see? Can you see? This is wonderful. You need more frogs. Yes, absolutely. There can never be enough frogs. This is fantastic. Look, what a wonderful idea. Someone here chiseling a fantastic sculpture from all the rocks. This is also so interesting, you know? What an interesting art form. You see a rocky surface, or you see a boulder, and decide there's a sculpture in it. And this is such a difficult art form too, because once you've chiseled away, you cannot glue it back. It's not possible. It's I think painters would agree it's like fresco painting, because you paint into the stucco, right? So it has to be fresh, and when you're painting, you cannot change what you're painting. Once it's in, it's set. So very exact art, very exact art form. This too. I mean, sculptures. I think maybe some of you have meddled into sculpturing as well, or have maybe seen sculpturing documentaries of some famous ones, or maybe you've visited an art gallery and have had conversations there. It is a really exact form of art, and one that takes a lot of courage. Same with fresco painting, I think, because, as I said, once the color is in the fresco, it's done. The only way to have a do-over is by taking down the entire fresco, which would be part of the wall or ceiling that you're painting on. So, and in sculpturing, same thing. Once you've taken off and chiseled off part of the rock, you can never get it back. Very definite, very exact form. Really interesting. I really appreciate this particular statue that seems to be teased out the rock here. Can I jump this? I can jump this, I'm sure. Are you teasing this out? This is a difficult job, I'm sure. So art colonies is quite interesting because there are still art colonies, at least a few that I know of, where artists have congregated to and have made at least temporarily their home to go about their art, and it is very mixed indeed. There are lots of different forms of art and expression, and it's quite interesting to see that these kinds of colonies really exist, or have existed. Some of them don't exist anymore, but it's fantastic. And I think with art, the different forms can be very can act like catalysts for different forms. Like one artist might write a very powerful poem that in turn influences or lets a sculptor or painter go about and paint or sculpture something and chisel something out from whatever it is that they're using, whether it's rocky surfaces or if they're woodworkers. Woodworkers also tend to do that. And once you've shaved off something off the piece of wood you're working on, it you can't glue it back either. So very interesting art forms. Very nice lighting also on those wonderful statues there. Further on down the road. This is really, really lovely. Oh, look. I mean, we were told there are winters here, winemakers. Look, how lovely. How very, very lovely. I do love these pieces. They're so fantastic. And apparently, they are also shipping things off. Ooh, or bringing things. Oh, totems. Yay. Love this one. Very nice. Very nice. Lovely choices here. Really fantastic choices. Wonderful lighting, the dawnwood lamps. I mean, I'm sure some of you have. We've already talked about that wonderful vendor in Skingrad. Has such amazing, glorious pieces. In particular, those trees and the shrubberies. These are so glorious. The colors, the powerful colors that they have come with. It's just fantastic. Ah, yes, why not? Few more glorious pieces here, adorning this lovely, lovely fountain. Wonderful. How lovely. How very, very lovely. Ooh. Oh, there's also a lovely wreath there. Still a little bit of decoration from the New Life Festival. Wonderful color choices as well. Warm, glowing. I'll have it meandering around outside. Oh, oh, how lovely! Look! Oh, hello! Oh, hello! Can I boop your little snoot? What a lovely idea! Little snail! A little snail! Yes, a snail friend, Bebsy, indeed! Yay! Oh, fantastic. You know, little snails, they are so fantastic. I mean, could you imagine carrying your own house around with you? Like all that you have, all that you need, all carrying around on your back. And these, I mean, they're such fantastic beings. They can maneuver about the sharpest blades and not get cut. Isn't it amazing? Oh, you're so cute. You're so cute. Such darling eyes. Oh, lovely. And what a magnificent idea here, too. Very elegant. Very lovely. Really, really nice. Oh, this is so sweet. I was about to say, oh, look, the frog collar. But no, it's not a frog collar anymore. So I will say that the frog collar, I don't know if you have heard it before, but to me, it kind of sounds like they were giggling. Like the frogsies, or it always sounds to me like they're giggling a little bit. You know, like that. It's really, really funny. So cute. Oh, how sweet. Oh, be sweet to you. What a lovely, lovely little snail. Oh, you're so sweet. Wonderful statue here too. Very, very lovely. Glorious. Wonderful, amazing statues and so much art here. Wonderful art pieces. Very nice lighting. Also, look at the lighting here on the rocky surfaces, and you know what I mean by texture. It's really important. Do not skip on lighting things. Do not skip it. Make sure you always light things well. Wonderful statues. What an amazing job. And what a beautiful idea to have them on display here in this magnificent Bohemian art colony. Wow. Oh, wow. I really love this. This is so sweet. Look, look. Oh, there's so much going on along the waterfalls, the cascades. Can you see? Beautiful, lovely, gorgeous trees, all aflame, dotting the scenery. Wonderful flower choices here too. Aha! This is where we are going to get some wine, everybody. What a lovely idea. What a fantastic idea. Communal areas, I strongly um, suspect. All the wine. Lovely, lovely flower choices here. Powerful and glorious. So lovely seeing a little bit of solitude shining here. There's cheese, there's wine, there's lovely, lovely grapes. Yes, they are. They are amazing. They are amazing. And it's solitude. Look, it is solitude. You know, don't underestimate certain furnishing styles. I would suggest, just I think that I've spoken to a number of designers, and I think some of them spend hours on ESO fashion staring at specific styles, because you can search, of course, just a specific style or look for very specific items. They have such an amazing catalog. Of course, it's not encompassing all the furnishings, as some of you will have recalled that the site has been has changed in regards to who's handling it. I think initially people were thinking, oh no, this is going to be so dramatic when this goes away. Where are we going to look up furnishings? Yeah, very great resource. It's also fascinating what kind of furnishings you're going to find there. And look, this dawnwood, and it just marries well with so many different styles. It's really, really amazing, really fantastic. Wonderful painting choice too here. Really lovely. And Amber. Oh my goodness. Amber is doing her bestest. Squish, squish, squishing. Smooshing all those lovely, beautiful little grapes. Smooch, smooch, smooch. Fantastic. How very, very lovely. Oh, and so many wine bottles here, and lovely painting there too. Even more grapes. Nothing wrong with that. So really lovely pathing there for Amber. She's doing her very best. Oh, and another lovely cheesy wine tasting dinner maybe going on here. So lovely and cozy. Even more wine and cheese. Wine is great, but more wine must be better. Absolutely fantastic. Mm. Oh, how lovely. These wine barrels, all of them really. The detail that they added there. Wonderful, wonderful design. Hello there, shop. How do you do? Is he going to tell Amber now? Skill issue? This is so fantastic. Lovely. Oh my, there's so much to see. Can you see? Can you see? There's so much to see, all of you. Oh, you must all come here. You must all come and visit and have a look around. I really appreciate those wonderful dots of powerful, warm light around with those beautiful shrubs and trees. Aha! Maybe an art installation here that we can see. Very nicely lit, very elegant. Nice idea, utilizing a brazier here like this. Very nice. Very, very lovely. Oh, so fantastic. So lovely, lovely flower choices here. Ah, and there are multiple tents up there too. Oh, so nice little wind chimes here. Ah, of course, pottery. You know, if you're into that, you kind of have to have a burner, an oven. Also, if you're into creating glass art, you kind of need a very, very hot furnace, really, to create this magnificent art. How lovely. I do love these eggs. These are fantastic. Creating such, you know, lovely warm glow all around. Oh, even more statues. Oh, and what a lovely hues. I'm sure some of you know or remember that other wonderful antiquity that you can dig up. That huge bowl. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Lovely friend. Oh, also nice movement here. Oh, look. Yes, indeed. Look, very nice piece. How is glass produced? And how difficult is it to create wonderful little chalices and wonderful, gorgeous vases or art pieces? Very difficult. Very interesting art form too. Quite dangerous too. Involves the breath as well. Oh, how amazing. Wonderful idea too. Again, solitude. Very nice. Style, of course, works perfectly here. Ah, and another art piece there. Adorning the house wall. Very nice. Very elegant. really love that little addition here. Ah, a wonderful little bridge. Oh, look, everyone, look. Oh, truly, every single artist has their own space where they can dive into their art. Oh, little shrine here too. Are you making totems then? Hmm? Grasher rock? Hmm. Maybe they are. Ooh, nice fish stew. Stewing away. Ooh, lovely, wonderful, glorious totems here. I really love the textures on them. They're so fantastic. So glorious. Oh, little axe and firewood, maybe in this case. Oh, wow. So many lovely totems. All the totems. Oh, and what a lovely, lovely tent and glorious chair outside to relax and unwind. Oh, and such a lovely, lovely place to sleep and rest. Oh, wonderful backpack here. Lovely. Oh, wonderful little candles here. Oh, it's so cozy and so comfortable. Rustic, of course, but you can be content sleeping here by the lovely waterfall that has cascaded down over there. Oh, how lovely. What a view, too. Fantastic. It's so cozy and comfortable, too. Wonderful lighting. Oh, oh. Whose abode is this? Or workplace, maybe I should say. Oh, I really love these wonderful shrubs. Why, hello there, Truss. Welcome, welcome. Everybody, Truss has also... Have you already streamed the DDA showcase? I'm not sure if you have, but just in case people missed it, maybe there's a vlog they can watch. Or if you're going to stream, then everybody tune in to Truss as well. I really love this. This is such a lovely, wonderful Bohemian art colony. And this takes me back to, so there are a number of art colonies I've been to. And some of them are lived in spaces, but also very, you know, you can watch the process of every single artist there creating and expressing themselves in their own ways. It's quite interesting. I really love that Beesweet2U has decided to capture this in this wonderful design. I hope you're well, by the way, Tress. You have. Perfect, everybody. So if you want to catch the VOD of Trust, then you can go and check the VOD of January the 12th. Fantastic. I hope you had fun in Ruben's abode. This is the second one I'm snailing through, as you can see. I can't help it. Oh, fantastic. Look, everybody. Oh, fantastic idea. Beautiful. This makes so much sense. I really appreciate that each artist has their own space. This makes a lot of sense, and many of these many in the few art colonies I've been to. Wait a minute, few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 6 art colonies. Not all Bohemian, but very fairly mixed. Artists occupying space, or occupying space and then designing in that space, or expressing themselves in that space, is something that I find really fascinating, because it's the same thing with housing. I love asking you about your process, how you do things, why you do things, and what causes your creative sparks. I'm having too much fun in these. Such lovely, magnificent statues you see all dotted around here. Yes, exactly. I mean, I've just scratched the surface, right? I've not gone inside just yet. Mm, yeah, I've not been inside. As you know, Ree likes to snail through things. I love to take it all nice and slow, and go long. Is And yeah, the path that I've just meandered along and seen is just fantastic to um behold, that they've decided to allocate so much space. And I also really love this movement already. And at the entrance, you already saw um this wonderful sculpture. Did you notice him? Chiseling away at the rocks and then going about teasing out their vision. And I spoke a little bit about how that particular art form, same as fresco painting, is such an exact form of art, because you can't glue back what you've chiseled away. Same with totem creating, right? If you're chipping away on whatever wood you're using, that's gone. And if you're painting in fresco, the only way you can amend a mistake is by getting a hammer and knocking off the fresco. So it's a fascinating form of art to me. And it takes vision, right? It takes so much vision of the artist to see what hides in the rock or in the wood, so that they go ahead and tease it out. Which is why when you visit art galleries or museums, maybe you're after the stream, maybe, or after visiting this wonderful abode, you might have a different appreciation for this form of art because, as I said, it takes a lot of guts. You have to be brave to decide, okay, I'm going to chip this particular part of the rock away. You're never sure. See, it depends really. I think I've always meandered about outside first and then went in. Um, they're not, I mean, summer boats don't utilize a whole lot of the landscaping outside. For instance, I had Butaco's wonderful, lovely build here. Utilizes the interior, part of the interior of the house, and the entree of the entire Antiquarian Alpine gallery, and that's it, right? So the path is very clear. You don't have to make that choice; it's made for you. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, undo buttons, right? They're so necessary, it's so helpful, particularly in housing when um, you've decided to move something and then, oh no, that was all wrong. You have to go and undo. Yeah, is you can't do this. You absolutely can't do this in fresco painting or in sculpturing. It's not possible. Oil paintings or other forms of paintings, that's a little bit different because there are lots of sketches involved, and I mean fresco painters do the same thing. There's lots of sketches that they made, and I would highly recommend if you want to visit. I mean, depends where you are. I mean, obviously, Italy. The A certain chapel comes to mind where someone lay on their back to paint the ceiling and is very, very famous for it. Um, those kinds of paintings, they are very awe-inspiring because, again, the colors are very expensive. Like the paint at the time was really, really expensive to get, and to paint into fresh textures, it takes so much guts. It takes so much aptitude in what you're doing. It's just really impressive. And if you're not in Europe, but maybe you are closer to Mexico, I would highly recommend you to go to Mexico City, have a look around near Templo Mayor. The fresco paintings of another certain artist. I'm sure all of you know the very famous husband of dear Frida Kahlo, who also painted into fresco. Mr. Diego Rivera. She was, I will say that I find her even more fascinating than Rivera, but he is, it should just be noted because painting into like mural paintings, like these are very large scale paintings, right? And it is it's something very impressive to do. And yeah, some of the paintings by Rivera, Mexico City, for instance, or Cuernavaca, those are really, really fantastic. He's done also a number of paintings in the United States. Um, There's San Francisco and New York City. I'm sure some of you know. So yeah, it's quite amazing and really, really interesting the way he did, the way he painted. And yeah, murals painting into fresco. And expensive, really, really expensive art form. Oh, and while you're in Mexico City, visit the Frida Kahlo Museum. You absolutely do. If you are close to Mexico City, go there. And when you are in Mexico City, there are a number of places I would highly recommend. Templo Mayor, um, really fascinating because this is the indigenous site that really, really tells you how important this place was and still is for the Mexican heritage. And the archaeologists there have only scratched the surface. And it took me, I don't know, it took me hours to get through the exhibit, and it is only a part. Like it's not even, they're not done. Also because a large part of the Templo Mayor is beneath that huge, huge chapel, the huge church that is right on top of it, which of course is an imperialistic and form of telling other people how they should live. Um, it's quite interesting. Would really highly recommend. And the Frida Kahlo house. For that one, you have to get a pass online. I would highly recommend doing that. It's an amazing place. It's really, really amazing. You learn so much about that woman, and the perseverance and the way in which she painted. I mean, the woman at some point had to, because she was basically chained to her bed, she painted lying down, like the fresco painters did as well, except that she didn't paint into fresco. But fantastic, fantastic artists. And Diego Rivera, like I said, mural painter. And not only in Mexico, but also in the United States. I think there was I think there must have been an exhibition in the MoMA. So if you're close by or somewhere in that vicinity, go visit and have a look, because it's truly inspiring to see just how many hours it must have taken and how much guts did they have to have, how much um, you know, courage it takes to paint into the fresco. And likewise, sculptures, same thing. If you chisel away at rocks or chip away at wood, can't glue it back. No undo button. So yeah, it's really fascinating. And art colonies in general, in my opinion, are so fascinating because you learn so much about the process, about how these artists, how their creative process works, what they do, and what inspires them, and then how they create their visions. Yeah. How many sketches? Yes. That is that the planning, the financial means, because it again in the Sistine Chapel, and this is only one example, but there are a number of fresco art is very Italian, right? So it is something they should be very, very proud of, and rightfully so. And I'm sure you've seen it and were in awe. It is expensive because of the paint, and it's also expensive because of the fresco itself, the material, right? And it took hours and hours and hours, and days and days and days. and months. It's just an extensive, very precise work that took place there. And because of that, you had to have a lot of sketches. So artists who truly know what they're doing, who practice their form, who practice their art, is it's really fascinating. It's really, really fascinating. I'm so glad you could see the Sistine Chapel then. Glad you visited Italy and gotten a glimpse at great masters. And yeah, I would, if you're not too far from Mexico, go visit. Is a very fascinating country. So much art, so much history, so much um, very, very interesting culture, um, and very kind, lovely people. Hmm. I mean, of course, in regards to Mexico, there is the dark side to it as well. And you could say the same thing about Italy because of the cost, the financial means, and all that. But it's the heights of um, human creativity. That is so impressive. Aww! Oh, trust! Fantastic! Have you ever tried making them yourself? Oh, it's so fantastic. And the tastes, the sounds, the impressions that we gather on travels when we go see the world. Mm, it's lovely to hear that they still linger with you. Also these kinds of tastes and sounds. If you're also connecting things through sound, it's they can be triggered too. Like if you make it yourself. Have you ever tried? Trouble might be a few of the ingredients. Aw, fantastic. I love hearing that. Yeah, the key one of the key ingredients is in Italy is the tomatoes. I'm sure you know. And it's the place that they grow. That is the key ingredient there. It's something you cannot replicate. Um, you can only hope you can get your hands on these wonderful tomatoes. Yeah, and pasta is it's also such a, comfort dish. I don't know if about you, but it's a real wonderful comfort dish. Oh, it's so sweet that you are um you're both uh cooking away. Something very nice, also to cook together. Mm, it's so amazing. I really appreciate this all. How fantastic. Oh, little bells. Can you see them up there? They were in the Lux furnishing vendor just recently. Ooh, lovely, glorious forge. Also, a really nice movement. I really appreciate movement in builds when you guys decide to show the art is being made and the steps necessary to do it. The lighting here is also fantastic. Very lovely. Wonderful. This is so amazing. Oh, yes, metal workers designing away. It's also an intricate art form. I'm sure you are all familiar with the high precision that particular metal workers in Japan, for instance, have taken this form. Katana makers. Those blacksmiths are just on another level. Oh, lovely, lovely display here. It's a fantastic lighting. And so many wonderful pieces we can see here. Even little scissors. I mean, maybe a little knot. Chapeau. Oh, lovely. Glorious, glorious lighting. Oh, there's a little pie dish there too. There, can you see? Some forms of art create necessities as well. Things we all use every day. We must not take them for granted. Oh, it's so amazing. Really love the pathing here too. They've done a wonderful job. Very elegant. Hey there, friend. It's really fantastic. And the Antiquarian Alpine Gallery is also quite large. I mean, I'm saying quite large, but what I mean by this is you potentially can build really far into the Antiquarian Alpine Gallery. Maybe not as far as in the Ebonheart Chateau. Oh, wow. They must have been at work here, creating all these, glancing, shimmering, dancing away in the sun. How lovely. How fantastic. I mean, these are, of course, very frugal in the sense that they will not eat away at the slots too much. But still very nice. And frugal is a good point because that, ties into Bohemian. Yes, it's very lucky when you have free slots. That's so. I was just gonna say, Bohemians or the Bohemian style, or culture, however you wanna frame it, there is an element of frugality to it as well. So fantastic. I really love that they put so much all around. And as you were saying, there's so much landscaping going on as well. You're placing so much. I really, I have said this already. I really like that they found a wonderful use here for that one antiquity, creating a little island for this magnificent statue. Mm. Yeah, and realistic in the sense that these were made, right? They were all made. Mm. Yeah, yeah. Makes a lot of sense. And if you think about this, like how metal workers go about, like there's a lot of, sparks going on, a lot of heat, a lot of fumes. It's very thoughtful that their place of work is outside with fresh air and all. Oh, that's quite nice. Oh, good evening to you, Silaris. Welcome, welcome. And thank you so much. Thank you so, so much. Yes, Tress, that's interesting. That's a good point. Do you know there are a number of, um, well, oversized bowls and vessels like this, art pieces that you may find in front of museums or nowadays museums um, that do not naturally contain water, only when it rains. Um, so yeah, maybe they have meant it as place it outside somewhere where water can cascade into, next to a waterfall or something. Or maybe it has been formerly, this is an excavated antiquity. So you are unearthing a piece that might have been filled with water before. But of course, water is a fickle thing. It decides to slip through the fingers. It's very hard to allow water to remain within your hands, even if its ice at some point is going to melt. And yes, it does. And I actually turned it over and used it as a table, sunk it into the floor, and then you have a wonderful table. I'm sure also you could use it as um, a nice rounded window somewhere. You just have to layer and layer a little bit there. A radio dish. Oh, how interesting. Yes, it does. You will see ladders. How lovely. Yes, please create all the toilets. I love seeing them. And recently I've seen such lovely kitchens. Wonderful, amazing kitchens. You're here to relax a little. Yes, all of you who want to relax and unwind and calm down, I shall do my best to help you. You know, maybe the week has been a little bit mean to you. If that is so, I hope the meanness has all gone by now and you can let it all go. Relax and unwind. Yes, this is fantastic. A wonderful idea, a radio dish. For those of you who are um, meandering about maybe another Star Wars build, or um, maybe you are thinking of the extraterrestrial and communications, or maybe you want to design a space station with maybe a Hubble telescope as well. Oh, your energy is a little low, darling. I'm so sorry to hear it. Is that is, you know, the streams never go away. I always create highlights. They are always there for you. You can, you can always go back to them. They're not going anywhere. I mean, so long as Twitch isn't going to tell me to take them down, you can always find them. And I never take umbrage at people having a busy life and needing to make smart choices. So never ever apologize for anything like that. Oh, and the head becomes a mess. Oh. Oh. Well, you're just making me blush, Siladis, as always. You're such masters at this, making re-blush all the time, so much that I'm going to have to hide somewhere. Oh, well, I love hearing, and that is encouraging for you too. Um, I really, I think that, you know, ultimately, the goal for me with the majority of what I do here is to either shine a light upon magnificent designers who might be overlooked in other ways. Um, and for me, it's the greatest joy to highlight those who might not be seen otherwise or who might be overlooked. Um, that is certainly one goal, to carve out space for all of you to feel seen, to be heard, to shine, and yeah, to have your creations be seen and visible. That is one goal, and the other is to encourage those of you who might be beginners or those of you who feel like you are burned out. And this is normal, by the way. A lot of people have had to deal with burnout. And um, one thing I will say about this is to notice, to take note of it and acknowledge. That's one very important part of it. And the other is to allow yourself this humanity to take time for yourself and to tend to yourself. I know I keep saying this on repeat to all of you, but I hope that all of you have a wonderful, lovely tea, coffee, wine, beer, whatever floats your boat by your side, and something to nibble. And tend to your soul, tend to yourself, and let something go. And remind yourself of the fact that you don't have to, um, you know, move fast. Take things nice and slow. Calm down. Relax and focus on those things that matter. Yes, yes, Trust. Drink of champions. I mean, I could also have said, you know, there's such a thing as the drink of the gods. Do you know what I'm talking about? Maybe you do. Particularly if you've traveled Europe, you must know. I think you must know. Mm. Oh dear. Oh no, Siladis. I'm so sorry to hear. But it's good that you know what it is. The positive about that, I would take that you know what it is. A coffee stout, Trust? Oh, and Bebsy, you're thinking about cheese. This is lovely. Bebsy, are you having some cheese? Are you making Uncle Shio proud? It's very important. No, and body shutting down, that is some dangerous territory, Siladis. Mm. And I'm so glad you found out what is going on so that you can address it and find a way. You know, that's really important. And a good, you know, a lot of people think, oh, this, you know, I've got a diagnosis, or I've had very bad news, and oh, this is very terrible. Yes, true. But on the other hand, it's good to know. You're on a good path. Oh, I'm so glad to hear it. Oh, very good. Oh, very good. This is very, very good news, Siladis. I'm so glad to hear it. Sending you all the hugs and love. And, you know, I'm not kidding, everybody. Tend to yourself. Always, you know, listen to yourself. Oh, darling, always. Always, always. You know, it is, to me, it is sometimes very, how shall I say this? It's surprising that sometimes it has to come this way. It warms your heart. I'm so glad it does. Yes, no, I think that, you know, you have to learn to listen to your bodies more. I've seen a number of people drive themselves to the point of burnout. I was talking about burnout earlier, and people drive themselves to that because maybe they are under the impression, and sometimes there's a need to it. And I understand that for certain people, there can be a need to that too, because it has a financial component or an economical component. But you can only ever give what you're able to give to yourself. Does that make sense? Like if you're not ready to tend to yourself, if you're not ready to listen to yourself and acknowledge that something is going on, you're not able to help others. And you're only ever supposed to give what you can, not what you must. There's a semantic difference there, and I hope that it comes across very clearly. And yeah, I hope that you're tending to yourself, taking time, slowing down. Oh, very good. Very good. You know, I think is also like early on my path, someone said to me who was a mentor that it is good practice to once a month get a massage. And for some people, this sounds like luxury or something that only very rich people can do. This is not so. You just have to find the right person, the right masseuse, and make an appointment and have a standing appointment every single month. And let people tend to you too, and allow yourself to, you know, find that space for yourself, that relaxation, and take time for yourself every single day and make time for it. And you can never get this back. And you know, these kinds of things, Siladis, they are wake-up calls. Our bodies all keep score, and they will give you the bill at some point in your life. And I rather you all you know realize that certain things are wake up calls earlier, rather than facing a hefty bill, if you know what I mean. I'm really, really glad to hear that you're on sick leave and you have time to catch your breath and maybe slow down and make decisions how to go forward. And I'm glad that you are on a good path now. I'm really glad to hear it. Yes, yes, trust. And I mean it. All of you. I'm not kidding. If, you know, once a month, that's not a lot. It's not like I'm telling you every single week you should go get a massage, and make just once a month. That's not a whole lot. Get a massage, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's not a luxury. It is a necessity to take good care of yourself. And you will know what I mean when you find ways to relax and unwind. Uh-huh. Yes. Tress, I run every day and I do yoga every day. So stretching kind of is part of my daily routine. Can recommend, will recommend both activities, but I do know that both of them are routines that you have to get into and then stick with. And that part is the hard part for a lot of people. Yeah, Siladis. And I will say this though. I think something that a lot of people take for granted is motherhood. I mean, we all have them. We all have had mothers. Some of them are still with us. Some of them are not. And I will say this: it is a different kind of it is a different kind of selfless act, and it takes not just courage, but it is, giving up a part of yourself, because you are giving up a part of yourself. You're doing something that is not only going to change your life, but you're giving part of yourself to that life. And it is something that you're never getting back. And it's a sacrifice mothers make willingly for love, and it is something that our society fails at recognizing often. And what's more, some mothers find themselves alone, even if they have partners. And some mothers are very bad at asking for help. And so if that is you, asking for help is not a sign of weakness or bad. It is necessary. You cannot do this alone. You need help. Learn to ask for it. Please, please, please learn to ask for it. Yeah, and Siladis, I've seen a number of mothers just struggling. And I think a great deal of that has to do also with the whole, these perfect mothers that show off in the various social media platforms, they never show the other side of it, and that's for a reason. Mm. Mm. A bit afraid of falling asleep, yeah, of course. Of course. I get it. Oof. I'm really glad that you know now, that you are aware, and that you've found a way to deal with it. It's really important. And I'm sure it must have also been a little bit of a shock. You will become yourself. Maybe I would word it in a different way. You might find yourself. You rediscover yourself. Um, Also, that is a beautiful thing. Um, find Rediscovering yourself, finding pieces of you, versions of yourself. That can be a very exciting voyage that you are on. This is exciting in a way. I mean, maybe this is just me, but I find something like that really exciting because um, sometimes we mourn over the things that we might have lost, but are they really lost? You know, is it so, or is there something there? Hmm. Yes, you're most welcome, Siladis. It's You're most welcome. Also, if you need to talk, you know where to find me. And I'm glad you are open about it because that's important. I think it's really important to be and to be comfortable with that. And it's, you know, in a way, a vulnerable part, but um, can be encouragement for somebody else who might not be, who might be hiding in the shadows, but who might have similar experiences as you. So it's important to be open about it and talk about it and let others know, because it can be helpful to them and ultimately helpful for you, I hope. I'm really glad you're here. I'm really glad to hear from you. I'm so happy about it. And yes, reframe it. You know, always. I've always wanted to impart onto people this idea of um, past experiences, even if they are really dark. Look at them and take whatever positive you can see in them with you, and leave everything else behind. Very good. I'm sure it is. You know, talking is. I think talking is a really important tool for many, many different issues. So long as people talk, you can listen, you can hear what is going on, and you might find ways to help and encourage. You know, if people don't know, they can't help you. It's not possible. So talking really important. Yes, I 100% agree. It's also quite interesting um, because of all the art that we are seeing all around us. Because you know, it brings me always back to certain artists um, who are suffering so much. And I already talked about Frida Kahlo, only tangentially, I know, but talk about a suffering artist or someone who had to go through so much suffering. The interesting part about that is, if you have ever read about her, or if you've been lucky and visited her house, you will note that this woman, she constantly reframed everything in her life. And she never thought of herself as, a suffering artist. She always saw that, her name, Frida Kahlo. Frida Kahlo, an amazing, fantastic artist. Literally chained or tied to her bed, painting while she was lying there in bed. Really magnificent artist. You've never heard of her? Yeah, she, so very interesting life story. But the woman was very, had a very joyful self. Not all the time, very passionate woman too, but she never viewed herself like she wasn't capable. With all the ailments, and the woman was ailing for a long time, like from early childhood on, basically. Had to overcome so many obstacles. And it's why I think that she can be such an inspiration. And the reason I talked about her a little bit today was because in this magnificent abode, we are seeing Beesweet2U designing spaces for all the different art forms that they could possibly fit in here, and one of which is sculpturing. And sculptors, like mural painters and fresco painters, they can never, like, this is very exact art, right? You have to know what you want to tease out of the rock, or what you want to chisel out of the wood that you're working with. And whenever you chip away or chisel away a part of the rock or wood, it is gone. You can never, glue it back. It's not possible. So it's an exact art that takes guts. It takes courage. And so does fresco painting, because it is paint that is painted into fresh. That's what fresco means, right? You paint into fresh substances, if that makes sense. And then it dries. And whatever you paint must be really on point. If it's not, if you make a mistake, you have to tear down the entire fresco, and that is with a hammer, right? And so Diego Rivera, who was the husband to Frida Kahlo, was such a mural painter who painted into fresco. So it's really a very interesting artist, and she too, very interesting artist. Highly recommend learning about both of them. Wild people too, very, very wild. And yes, of course, all the wonderful stars, Thunderthigh. All the wonderful stars, all of you are. Yeah, and so that's why I've been meandering about art and art colonies, because we currently are in an art colony, a Bohemian art colony. And it's quite interesting because Beesweet2U not only carves out space for every single artist, but shows the process. Like, and showing the process of creating art, that is something truly special and interesting to me. I personally find it really interesting. That's also why I like to ask those weird, nosy questions whenever I have a chance to talk with you lovely people. Um, how you go about designing your magnificent houses. The first house today was The Circle of Life by Ruben. And I'm sure all of you have seen different Ruben builds. They are all intricate pieces of art. And there is a lot of it's obvious creativity that jumps out at you. And I really appreciate seeing just what comes from such amazing designers among you and what goes into it. I'm just really thrilled being able to see this. And this here, Be Sweet to You, gives us an homage to an art colony, a Bohemian art colony, that can also be seen as an homage to art in general, really touching on all of the different forms and maybe making the visitor think about them and what goes into it and just what is the process. And you do see a little bit of the process around, right? We've just been looking at metal workers here, artists who design with metals, different forms of metals, and meandered about how intricate that art can be. And this is also where the wonderful busts come into fantastic use. It's really, really handy. This is not the Nord Friendly Showcase. We are currently in the Divine Design Alliance Showcase of January. So Divine Design Alliance is a lovely, amazing housing guild of PCNA. Who have kindly allowed little Ree to snail through their showcases. And I'm having a wonderful time. This is the second time that I'm showing DDA. No, it's all right, Siladis. Ask. We are here to have a conversation, right? So if you're not sure, you can ask. The Nord Friendly, I will probably show in February. I'm not entirely sure when, because I'll be traveling in February as well for a little bit. But you shall all know when. So yeah, but Node Friendly, very good point that you're making there. Housefolio has asked you for the showcase of January to add your Node lore friendly places that you might have designed. So if you are still designing, or maybe you already have designed something and it fits the theme, then don't forget to put up your lovely homes in the showcase. If you're not sure if it fits, message Hayden or Lulu. Oh, yay! Fantastic, Sea Ladders. Please do. Yes, please do. And I want to encourage all of you to do the same. If you are wondering if you're not sure if it's going to fit, read the little message that Hayden put in there for all of you to read. And if you're still not sure, you can still message Hayden or Lulu and ask, and you'll find out if your build fits. And also, little note, the Real Endgame has currently a screenshot contest going in January. The theme is aquatic, nautical. So if you have a screenshot built for that, don't forget to enter. is quite interesting. Also, for the real end game, we have the next housing competition or housing contest going for February. The theme is cuteness overload. You'll find all the information on the real end game Discord. And if you're not there already, I'll post. But I think you are already there. Oh, and also we do have the roadmap on the real end game for this year already posted with all the contest themes, whether they are screenshot or housing. Then you can already have a look around. Also, gentle reminder for February on the real end game, we have a social event going. This time it's game night. If you're interested in hanging out and having fun and giggles, do join us. All the information on the Discord. And yes, I should also mention House Folio 2, just in case. I really love this. Look, pottery. Oh, and I love this movement here. Of course, you need clay. You need the materials to create fantastic, lovely vases, pots, mugs. How fantastic, how lovely. I actually know an artist. She does not live directly in a colony, but not far off one. And her art is in fact pottery, which is really fantastic. It's also quite interesting. There are so many different techniques to burn. She's found a few techniques to burn, and they create interesting textures on the vases, on her pieces, which is it's fascinating to see. And of course, it's also a utility art in the sense that part of these crafts can be items of daily use, right? We all use a mug. If you are having tea right now or coffee, I'm sure you're not having a sip from your hand. I'm sure you're probably drinking from a mug. Well, there used to be a time that it used to be made maybe like so. Really love the movement here. Wonderful design. Wonderful placement too. I really love all the additions all around. Fantastic vases and all different kinds with different ornaments and color. I do love these. I mean, they are not named tagines, but they look like a tagine to me. Fantastic way to cook too. Nice and slow. Teasing out fantastic taste. Oh, how lovely. Oh, be sweet to you, everybody. If you've not been here, I would encourage you all to come and visit, as I always like to do. Trust. I love that. That's fantastic. You know, you technically you can do that. It's hilarious. This is the truss way from now on, I think, everybody. Um, the mental images, you're creating here is absolutely hilarious. Oh, so lovely. I have already meandered about how I really appreciate how Be Sweet to You decided to add pops of wonderful golden and glorious, dramatic red color pops by adding these fantastic shrubs and trees. I'm sure all of you love that fantastic Venda and Skingrad. I love them too. Oh, look! Laundry! Very nice. There's a bucket here to tend to the laundry. Really important. I love this so much. This is so sweet. What a magnificent place. And yes, I'm still on the outside. There's an interior too, everybody. But as you know, there's an upstairs part along the cascading waterfalls as well. Aha, or to keep the clay from drying out. Yes, makes sense, makes sense. I mean, you kind of have to tend to that too. Yes, good point, Sandathai. Very good point. Water does help with that. It certainly does. It's also quite interesting what kinds and types of clay you can use to create all different kinds of shapes and vases, sculptures. They do. Exactly, Tress. And that's what I meant by the, color pops. It's just fantastic. And they are so, those warm, glorious, fiery, carmesin, those magnificent color choices here. It's really dramatic. Glorious. So glorious. Oopsie. It's so amazing. It's just, of course, in certain places of the world, you have a vast green and a vast, glorious jungle in front of you. And adding a few little pops of color here and there just really draws the eye, yes. Tells you, hey, listen, there's something here maybe. Come have a look. Oh, little bees. I do love the little bees. And you should all know, Be Sweet to You is spelled with 2 E's. So, Be Sweet to You. And this is a very lovely little chapeau to these lovely little beings. We must all care for them, everybody. If you have a little windowsill, a balcony or garden, I hope you are planting bee friendly so that they can be sweet to you. How lovely. They really love that they added these wonderful beehives. I mean, I know that a number of designers have designed their own beehives before Gold Road hit. So there's, of course, that. I really appreciate that. I really do. It's fantastic. And lovely, wonderful sunflowers. Mm. Ah, wonderful statue here. Another one. You know, some of you guys decide to place candles into that particular statue, into the little light. And that can be so fiddly. They do. They do. And they listen. Apparently, they listen. Sandasai, can you believe it? They listen. Ah, look. Oh, how dramatic. Oh, wonderful. We heard about alchemical concoctions that are being made. Yes, exactly, Thandathai. I think this was the most exciting news item in a long, long time. I understand. I really understand. Everybody's excited. So be excited and happy about it, please. I think it's something that, you know, a lot of you were waiting for, were hoping for, were really, really wanting to have. Ah, yes, yes, yes. Then no more unexpected sandstorms or apparently also here in this particular in this particular slot saver. So wonderful. You were begging, really. I mean, we kept saying, I know, I know I said it often on stream. We were pleading, asking, yes, just exactly, no more rain through glass. Though, you know, I've meandered about this being a wonderful greenhouse that maybe there's this glass is magical because the designers thought it might be a good idea to rehydrate the wonderful plants just in case, you know, the sprinkling system has decided to have a blockage or something. But I know a couple of you. So I remember a wonderful, beautiful build, also involving our dear Sharp. Oh no, I think it was Azandar. A tea house made for Azandar in a lovely, fantastic abode, also involving this magnificent, fantastic greenhouse. And it was drizzling a little bit in there, but you know, water, fantastic resource. We all need it. In some places of the world, more so, particularly now. I'm sure all of you have seen the news or have heard it. Oh, really? That's interesting, Trust. Ah, yeah, yeah. And that also, that kind of makes sense. And yeah, you know, that actually makes sense. Mm, I mean, I've reasoned why it would rain in here, um, purely, you know, out of thinking, you know, greenhouse. Okay, they just don't want the plants to dry out. This is all. Hmm. Yeah. Of course, it makes sense. And it's pixels after all, and you kind of have to. think about that. And then, of course, mm, deciding to go about how you would um, control weather to begin with. I mean, in this world, in Tamriel, we can think of controlling weather. Wouldn't it? I mean, it's so magnificent to that thought just in and of itself is just amazing because it's not something you can control. It happens. Mm. There are certain aspects that can be not controlled, but we have a direct influence of. Mm. Oh, I really appreciate this. Also, turning over this lovely, wonderful flower bed and creating your own flower bed. A wonderful, magnificent garden. Also, very nice layering here with the flowers, the different types of flowers. Fantastic idea. And a little bit of tiny little lovely, wonderful saplings. Ah, oh, yes, of course. Yes, of course. And you know, I'm saying it makes sense in Tamriel or in a world like this. But of course doesn't, you know, how much control can you have over something that isn't within your control? And that you're still part of. I think that humanity sometimes forgets that we are part of nature. And there are certain things that we can't control. We have an influence of, but we can't control. Relinquishing control also is a very interesting philosophical conversation to be had. That's a good point you're making there, Truss. I hope that they're really giving giving you all who've desired for it so much all the weather control you can have. I mean, I know that certain houses will not have it. Oh, look at this. There also the little waterfall, the cascades kind of splish a little bit in. Can you see? Splish, splish, splutter, splish, splish, splutter. Very good. I appreciate that. You can, I mean, water very necessary. That, yes, yes. Also very lovely view. You are very correct about that. I really love that this particular house is so fantastic because it has such lovely features, right? Technically, Aurora Borealis and Steve in the sky, possible. Very much possible here. Hmm. Very temperamental, of course, for now. Mm. Yes, yes, Steve and Aurora, because they're two different. Those are two different things. Like the pink ones, they are called Steve. I'm not kidding. I swear, I'm not kidding. It's funny, but I'm not kidding. When I heard that the first time, when I read about that the very first time, I was like, "What are they talking about? They are talking about Steve in the sky." I'm like, "What? Excuse me? Yes, Steve." I'm not kidding. I swear, I'm not kidding. You almost think I'm mad, but it's a phenomenon. It is called Steve. Okay, okay. It's the red auroras, yes. So Steve stands for, if I can find it, that is. It is a phenomenon. Of course, you all know that aurora borealis in and of itself is a phenomenon too. Um, but Steve, so the aurora borealis are the green ones, um, and the red ones are Steve. And the name is it is of course an abbreviation. Strong thermal emission velocity enhancement. Strong thermal emission velocity enhancement. That is why it's Steve. Yes, exactly. Correct. You learned it from me. Fantastic, Siladis. Um, you just looked it up. So, wait a minute. I think was it um I think the BBC had a wonderful little let me link it for you if you're all curious now. There you go. Yes, and that's why you can talk about Steve in the sky. Now, I'm not joking. As I said, I'm not joking. I think a lot of people thought I was joking when I said it the first time. They were thinking, what's going on with her? What kind of tea was re-drinking? But no, I'm quite serious here. Um, yeah, it's quite interesting. It's the red auroras, and sometimes it's in the entire sky. And it's something that people have observed in not just Iceland and Norway and these parts. Bepsy Steve, yeah, that's hilarious. That's fantastic. Round clouds are called dad pins. I see. I see. Yes, Siladis. What are you doing up there, Steve? Come down this instant. And um, also I can see this being said very sternly by some kind of character in um, trying to explain to kids what Steve is. Um, is an interesting phenomenon. It's still being studied, and it's not clear what exactly goes into it and how it works. It's a very interesting phenomenon, and in these houses, Western Skyrim houses, and yeah, in those particular houses, having constant or constant aurora borealis and Steve in the sky, that's just. I think a lot of people will be very happy about that. You know, I remember trying to talk the aurora borealis in the Stillwater's retreat into submission in some builds, because people have built there and created such lovely abodes. And they of course look even better with aurora borealis, but you're not always lucky. And of course, those are very rare phenomenons too. So, ah, why, hello there to you too, Hikata. How you doing? How is everything with you? Doing good, fantastic to hear it. Do you perchance have a tea in front of you? I'm good. I've just had the last sip of my tea. Might have to refresh mine. Oh, fantastic. What kind of tea? Bebsy, what's up? Oh, Jasmine. Oh, lovely tea. Fantastic. I love hearing that. Jasmine tea. This is such a delicate, lovely tea. Mmm. Gorgeous. I'm so glad to hear it. I'm really glad to hear it. Oh, excuse me. Hello there, Sharp. This must be Sharp's fantastic laboratory because we were told by our dear, lovely friend, Beesweet2U, that Sharp is in the business of making all kinds of potions and concoctions, alchemical ones. Haha! Our favorite book, everybody. The mushroom classification book. I really appreciate this. This is so wonderful and, so extensive. Oh, also lovely book here. We've seen this one put to good use as well in Moonpile's wonderful, lovely little apocryphal Christmas home. I've shown that this week on Wednesday as well. It's a beautiful one. Oh, this is so sweet. I really appreciate this. Also, the different kinds of flowers here. A little bit of rhododendron and gorgeousness. Beautiful trellises here and there. Materials. Empty colanders. Of course, you would need those. Oh, and also technically speaking, the aurora borealis is a rare phenomenon. So that we are not seeing it all that much. So here, how to scribe. Very nice book. So it comes in handy in many occasions. Lovely, wonderful apparatus here. I'm sure all of you have obtained it at least once. Oh, fantastic. So technically speaking, with the phenomenon, with the aurora borealis and Steve, the creators, the designers over on ZOS are on point with it being rare. Also, what a magnificent view here. And so nice to have bridges all around the path to glance into this magnificent art colony. Can I jump this? I can. Look at this. Oh, aha. Oh, also lovely. We did hear about taxidermy in the description. Fantastic idea. Oh, look at him. What a smile. I think they're smiling. I have booped your nose a couple of times, Arctruid. It's a very shouty bear. Oh, this is cozy and fantastic. And of course, there's a taxidermy. Oh, cozy. Look, how cozy. Oh, very cozy it is inside. Comfortable. All that you need. And working outside with this might also be a good idea. Because I hear this can be very smelly. Little werewolf. I do like them too. I mean, this one maybe not so much, but They have such lovely beards. You can just see, you just want to tickle them and give them scritches under their chinny chin chin. Very nice use here. Really fantastic idea. Really smart. So here, very nice use. Oopsie. Can I jump this so I can show you better? Very nice. Recently, I've talked about a little bit what to do with busts and trophies and all those. Oh, and another wonderful tent. Very cozy and comfortable. To rest a little bit so the artist can relax and unwind. It's also, taxidermy is such an interesting art form. It used to also be really necessary for certain museums to conserve a particular species so that people can have a look and understand and learn something. Aha, also important. Tannery, that's outside too. Fantastic. Oh, lovely. Oh, and I love that there's a little bit of a, coziness involved here. Oh, very nice job. Oh, little carcass here. Of course, you would have that. Once you divorced the skin from the bone, then of course you are left with a little bit of a bloody mess, maybe. Wonderful. So such a lovely tent. Ah, more coziness inside. Maybe also to rest a moment. I really appreciate this. They've done such a lovely job here, designing all this and deciding to also add so much extra, so much, lovely pieces that all speak to the particular art form involved, with tapestries and banners and all the good stuff. Really appreciate that. It's so lovely. We've seen the little wonderful person already over there. I'm wondering why I'm so slow. I mean, I am slow by default, but I'm so slow, even slower than usual. Oh, how lovely. A Bohemian art colony, lending space to all the art forms, giving room to all of them, acknowledging their existence. I really love that Ember is so busy squishing all the lovely, wonderful grapes there. Also lovely statue here. Very nice lighting. Really teases out the wonderful textures. Now I'm sure I should be entering from the other side, and I shall do this too. Fishing supplies as well. I really love this. Maybe this is also a self-sufficient colony. They do have wine. And there was a note about cheese as well. Cheese, Bebsy. Have you gotten some? Ah, so fantastic. What a lovely place. And what a lovely abode. You're trying to edit your spaghetti paths? Yes, I did say cheese. I did say that. Indeed. Go get some. You know, while you're editing, or if you are editing, you can certainly go and grab a little snack. Oh, look. Oh, wow. Wow. So 600 slots, everybody. You've seen the vast expanse outside, and you've seen the amount of detail that Beesweet2U poured into this. But no, it's not enough. You have to have an interieur and a lived-in structure, a lived-in place. Oh, lovely. Look. Gee, you know, Vannathai, there is a form of cookie that is not a cookie, but it's called cracker. And they go super, super well with cheese. Heard interesting rumors about them. But they're really, really tasty. Yay! Fantastic! With cheese, perchance. Yes, yes. I'm so happy to hear this. How lovely. Yes, everybody, do not forget to tend to yourself. Have cheese. Also, cheese and crackers, they go really, really well with wonderful wine. If you're into wine, that is. The savory kind of pickled onions. Pickling and fermenting. Now you just said something that I love to do too, as some of you know. Yes, and wine. Why not? And a few grapes there too. See this? I'm describing a little platter, a after dinner platter, you know. Why not? Yes. Why not? Precisely, Bebsy. I'm describing your real wonderful. Well, not a mind reader here, but I think there's absolutely nothing wrong with any of what you just had, Thunder Thigh. It's lovely. It is so lovely. Nothing wrong with that. Look, everybody, look. Oh, lovely choices here too. Lovely, lovely choices. Beautiful painting there. Fantastic lighting on that. The room, yes. Fantastic, isn't it? I mean, art colony. Bohemian art colony. All forms of art are here. The lighting is really fantastic and wonderful painting choices, all elegantly framed. Ooh, and I love that this easel is home to this magnificent painting. Very dramatic. Aha, room for multiple painters. Do you love that? they added so many fantastic paintings, and they of course stand out so much, each in their own way. And with great lighting, you can achieve amazing, glorious vistas. This one is also fantastic. Glorious paintings. Some of them really are great at evoking certain painting techniques, right? Because maybe you see this here. There's a little bit of texture, and it can come from brush stroke, but sometimes painters like to use little spatulas to add on color to their canvases. It's quite interesting. And different different styles in brush stroke, of course, reveal different painters quite easily. I think one of the painters that I think everybody recognizes right away, and I think is also due to them being so famous and such a tortured artist as well, ailing and very, very poor in every which way. Van Gogh's stroke, Van Gogh's brush stroke, and of course Monet and Manet both come to mind. And I already spoke about Renoir, because there's a painting that just instantly jumped into my mind when I read Bohemian Art Gallery, or Bohemian Art Colony, I should say. And that is a painting by Renoir. That is just encapsulates a lot of what Bohemia or Bohemian art incorporated or meant. Really fantastic. And also the application of here, you can also see that, you know, that they are really good at or in some paintings they're really good at creating this textured look that real paintings have, because of the layering of the different paint coats. And sometimes, as I said, they use spatulas and not brushes, and then the different stroke techniques, and sometimes they even like to use little sponges to create certain washed out scenes when it's about sky and clouds and stuff like that. It's quite interesting how different artists have gone about creating their magnificent oeuvre. Oh, so lovely. And I really appreciate that this particular painter and artist is having a glass of wine. And here someone has been having a little bit of coffee or tea. The kinky trial, everyone. Vanity's edge. How lovely. Oh, so magnificent. Oh, I love this particular tapestry. Fantastic. Wonderful. Lovely painting choices here. Sometimes, when you may think that the sky outside is dismal, it can be also a mysterious scenery. Like earlier today, when I was looking outside the window, I thought I was very bad at keeping the house. I thought I have failed to clean the windows properly, but it was not my fault. Apparently, the mists have descended, and everything outside was looking very washed out. Mm, what an amazing space! Oh. Yes, I know. Always trying to take notes and then swoosh. Wonderful choices here. Very nice layering. Oh, lovely paintings. Fantastic flowers. Oh, and such a cozy carpet. Little water feature in the back. Drizzling and cascading away. Do love that they added that Lucent Citadel painting. The colors are so fantastic. So glorious. Oh, so amazing. Beautiful reliefs here. How lovely. Utilizing so much of the space. Ah, look! A little study. A little magnificent study, everyone. This is very sweet. All the books. Very nice. We do see a lovely book here. I'm sure all of you have recognized what it is. Lovely lighting. Lovely clutter here as well. Inkwell and a quill. Oh, lovely. Fantastic idea. And there's a little bit privacy here too with the wonderful curtain. Lovely carpet choices too. And it's such a huge abode, right? The house itself is so large. Oh, lovely carpet choices here. Look how the room is transformed. Very nice contrast. Aha. Aha. Yes, we heard that there were also artists working with fabric. Different kinds of fabric. Cloth and thread. Tapestry here. Very interesting. It's a wonderful little spinning wheel here. Lovely. Oh, fantastic. Oh, sewing kit. Yes, yes. Very important. All the yarn and more fabric. Oh, lovely. Oh, this is so nice. Oh, and so many looms. Oh, and all the wonderful tapestries. That's such a lovely idea. Oh, so amazing. And carpets too. And of course, that makes a lot of sense because, of course, those would have been on a loom, would have been created on a loom. You know, very difficult art form too. Very old art form as well. Very lovely choices. Elegant lighting. Beautiful little benches. Nice color palette. Very nice color palette. Beautiful tapestries. Lovely, lovely carpet choices. Ah. So the different stages, the different moments in time from the tannery outside. Yeah, to be transformed into something else. Using fibers and natural resources like leather and all these things is quite interesting. Wonderful, lovely table and even more leather. Very nice. Very nice. And more fabric. Can never have too much fabric in a place like this. Oh, fantastic. Beautiful lighting. Really, really wonderful. And also lovely, wonderful drapes here. Very nice. Oh, and wonderful wind chimes here. How nice. Oh, they've gone so out of their way to design this. I wonder how long it took. Ah. The god of toil, everyone. Work hard and you shall be rewarded. Oh, so many dividers here too. Very lovely. Beautiful carpet choice. Aha! And lovely communal areas, all different kinds of chairs. Seating area, fantastic. Looks so cozy and comfortable. Aha! And the sleeping quarters. Oh, how nice. And there's privacy too, and a little bit of figurines here and there. And a magnificent painting. A really magnificent painting. I can't help but notice this one. I will say this is one of my favorite paintings that they've added. Ah, beautiful. How nice. Such lovely bunk beds all around. It's also very frugal, which of course plays into the Bohemian theme. Lovely little figurine there. Ah. And of course, those figurines do come in handy as well. Very nice. Really, really nice. Wonderful choices. Very large tapestry there too. I'm sure you've all recognized. Wonderful, saving also slots with that. Oh, hello there, Bastian. How are you doing? Oh, wonderful chandelier. Lovely carpet choices. Oh, and that tapestry. I'm sure those of you who are aficionados within the card game have acquired many multitudes of these. Fantastic, fantastic tapestries. Some of them are really unique and interesting in their design. Beautiful carpet here too. Oh, how lovely. Ah, oh, dinner. Of course, dinner table is set here. Very nice. Fantastic. How lovely. Ah, and more dinner tables, all very nice and comfortable. Large painting there. Wonderful, wonderful illumination. Nice candle choices, wonderful table choices and seating choices. So much variety here. How lovely. Ah, and here, as we were talking about cheese and a dinner platter, mm, it was making me a little bit hungry. Just a little bit. Ah, wonderful little bust here. Mm. Yes. Oh, olives. Very nice. Yes. Oh, and pickles and maybe a few, tomatoes. Oh, that would be nice. Fantastic, even. I hope I'm not making all of you hungry. If I am, then uh, do hop into your kitchens and tend to yourself, everyone. Wonderful. Bust here, too. Wonderful illumination on it. Oh, look! We were talking about cheese and that they were, in fact, making cheese here as well. How lovely! Oh, and there's honey, of course. We have seen the beehive outside and fruit. Oh, and all the cheese and such a lovely, wonderful kitchen. Beautiful lighting. Oh, more grapes here. Aha, and somebody is washing the salad. Very important. Very, very nice. Oh, and apparently they do tend to the meat eaters as well. Lovely addition to, Dawnwood furnishings and Gold Road. Just, the designers have done such a good job with them. Oh, the lovely carpet here. Oh, and look, more cheese. Cheese is great, but more must be better. Fantastic. Mmm. Beautiful little. Oh, look. Little Mora up there. Oh, how lovely. How fantastic. There's also ribs, everyone, and more cheese. Oh, and even a roast. Oh my. Wonderful herb rack here as well. Oh, and mushroom soup. Yay! Yay for mushroom soup. Fantastic. Oh, there's fish as well. Mmm, how lovely. Yes, shroomies. Shroomies. Maybe they even fermented those shrooms before they made soup. Mmm. It's a wonderful buffet, isn't it? And might I say, a really lovely kitchen that they created here. So utilizing fantastic furnishings for it. Glorious. So glorious. And tending to all the needs of a colony, a Bohemian art colony. And yes, there is a communal aspect and a frugal aspect to those colonies. And here's another seating area. Fantastic. Mm. The few colonies or art colonies that I've seen had communal areas too, and some were sort of divided into different houses in that colony or in those colonies. And so you could have a little bit more privacy than here, but it's still is a really nice way to encapsulate this notion of a frugal community that wants to have space to create art in all different forms, and that is also somewhat self-sufficient because they can tend to certain needs, not just art, but they also tend to the very basic needs of existence, you know, having a place to sleep and eat, and just is fantastic. It's really, really lovely. Oh, Be Sweet to You, everybody, has designed this magnificent Bohemian art colony in the Antiquarian Alpine's gallery. All of you, you must come here. Bring all your friends. Show them around. Find your favorite spot. Maybe apply for the one spot that's still left open here for an up-and-coming artist. Recommend and favorite. Do then, Thunderfly, come and take a holiday here. And of course, send only kind messages, messages of appreciation to Be Sweet to You while you're here. And ask if you can stay for a while. Maybe you want to write a few poems or a short story, or maybe you have a new design in mind for your own abode and you just need a little bit of space. And I shall have a look where we will go next.